here to talk a little bit about Keep Virginia Cozy and his mission and how he's designing a better world. Brian.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. How's everybody doing? Good. It's so cool to see everybody here in real life outside, and we are going to be doing a cleanup today. The company that we're working with is a nonprofit I started back 4 years ago now called Keep Virginia Cozy. We do litter cleanups all over the state, heavily here in Richmond since this is where I live and where a lot of us live and where we have kind of gained some traction. But I'm excited because we've started branching out to other parts of the state. Like this afternoon, I'll be leaving and going down to Floyd County, Virginia. We're doing a big cleanup of the waterfall. Cascade Waterfall is down there in Barney's Wall. The following weekend, we'll be in Grayson Highlands. Hopefully do some fun stuff out there. But it's just been a really cool thing to watch grow from a parking lot of 4 people, 3 of which were my family when I started making them come out on the weekends, to what we have before us today. And this is great. This is all because we care about where we live and where we play and how we get outside. So it's really awesome to see y'all making time for the green spaces that give back to us all the time. So thank you for doing that. A few milestones we've hit just this year, which have been pretty rad. I know COVID threw a wrench for everyone. Strangely, it also kind of helped us in a way because it brought everybody outside. And with that came the knowledge of knowing that these places need to be cared for. So we tried to pair the huge influx of people coming to these places for the first time with all the knowledge of how to recreate responsibly and take care of them, because this bubble will pop, everything will start to go back to normal at some point. What we would like to leave everybody with is the knowledge of how to take care of these spaces when they do come out, so everybody can enjoy them, so they stay cozy for everybody and we can all have fun whenever we go outside. We did just recently hit 70,000 pounds of trash removed since 2017, which is kind of bananas. And I Googled that to see what that was equal to, and it's 1/4 the weight of one blue whale. So just in case you were wondering what that looks like, it's like the tail portion. And we are zero waste now. For the first couple years, one of the hardest things I would see in the group photos at the end were the amount of plastic bags that we had just added, and latex gloves, and it's kind of this double-edged sword that was bumming me out a little bit. So in the pandemic, I went online and did some weird Googling and found these reusable bags that we all get to use today. And then per Elias Junk Removal here, we get to dump everything in and they take it off to the transfer station for us. So we don't contribute any plastic or any latex gloves anymore to these cleanups, which is a huge win for my conscience and the world. So thank y'all. To that end, those gloves, some of them might be a little wet. Don't be scared. They're not pre-dirty. They're just rinsed off. I did that. I look like a crazy person after each cleanup because I'm in my backyard just watering the bags and the gloves to make sure they're clean for the next event. But yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit of a cleanup today. Who has been to Pump House Park before? Okay, sweet. So a few of you have not. It is actually a little bit down that way, down the road. So when we go down there, keep your head on a swivel. This is an active road. There are mountain bikers, trail runners, hikers, all kinds of outdoor enthusiasts out here that come ripping through. So just be ready for them. And we're going to pick up stuff for 45 minutes.
Yep.
And then we'll come back up here. I'll weigh everything up and dump it. You guys can go on about your day. And then I'll have a number for us later in the day for how much we removed. And thank y'all so much. There are a few ways I'm trying to think of you guys can give back, help spread the word. All of our growth has been pretty much word of mouth, which has been fantastic because on the back end of all the social media, it is just myself. I'm getting better at doing that stuff. And by that, I mean, I'm making myself spend more time on it. It's not my favorite place to be. So thank you all for spreading the word of mouth knowledge because that's what helps us the most and what I'm the most thankful for. We also have some codes over here that you can scan and it'll take you to our website. And you can learn more about it that way. I am getting better about learning to make a calendar. I apologize in advance. That's the number one thing I've heard the most of is that we don't have one. And that's not my plan, but it's just kind of how we have to operate right now because we're on a rotating spreadsheet with the park systems and stuff. So it's hard when I did try to announce things a month in advance and then found out 2 weeks later we had to change everything up and all that. So we're trying to get better about it. It's a learning curve, but we will be there soon with a calendar that all of y'all can have right on your phone and come join us. There's poison ivy too. That just occurred to me because I just saw that. So if you don't know what it looks like, it's got 3 leaves. It's waxy, it's red. It can also be yellow this time of year. And it will leave you with some angry rashes if you touch it. If you think you touched it, let me know after the cleanup, because I have some stuff that we can put on it, and you can scrub it, and then, you know. Yeah, when we walk by, I'll show it to you. It grows on a really hairy vine too, so if you see anything big and creepy looking on trees, just cut it a wide berth. But I'll show it to you, so don't worry about that. A few things to be mindful of when we're picking up stuff today. A lot of this, most of this, is going to be, you know, things like wrappers, coffee cups, you know, that kind of stuff. There is a potential for some pretty gross stuff too, because people can be kind of gross sometimes. So if you see things you're uncomfortable with, like needles, for instance, there are some train tracks over here, so we have seen some needles before. So just let me know where those are. I'll go back and pick them up. I don't want anybody having to worry about that today. And then when we're done, all the gloves are gonna go back into that green bag, and I'll wash everything up. And we should be able to have a good, effective cleanup with everybody enjoying their time outside. So thank y'all so much for coming. It means the world to have y'all here. And yeah, if you have any questions or anything today, just give me a shout. Let me know.
Wonderful. Thank you,
Yeah,
Brian.
thank you.